Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everythin Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, and welcome to the show tonight. Everything Yet Nothing, and it is absolutely going to be fabulous, of course. We have Mr. If you would think, like 3 weeks ago, we had a Mr. Chris Sharpe on, musician, and he does everything that you can imagine. He's an awesome son and father and husband and friend and just all around awesome individual. He's from Branson. He owns and runs a recording studio. And again, that's out of Branson. We will be talking about his life. The first time we pitched all of his achievements over the years and where he is today and how to get a hold of him and all that. Well, this time we're going to by starting out with his childhood, where he's from, where he's been, what his raising was like. But yeah, we're going to absolutely find out who he is. And I cannot wait because I know more than what you all know. And you are going to like it because, oh my God, it's amazing. So this week, Saturday or Sunday, there was a storm. I think it was Sunday. And it held out of nowhere. Like, it was 90 degrees. And I was over at Damien Porfirio's. And we were just sitting around, me, him, and Bella. And all of a sudden, it starts raining. Well, it got dark. Just boom. And we went outside. It starts hailing, okay? Yeah, people are saying, oh, hell, it's okay. It's the small hell. No big deal. No, this is like golf ball size hell. Like 100% Titanic freaking ice. Because
Titanic ice.
That's what I called it. Because it was like literally so pressurized like the Titanic ice that's what I called it. It was Titanic ice. I couldn't even break it.
Iceberg dead ahead.
Ah! And Saturday went to a second birthday celebration of KRBC, and that is where my and Damien's radio show, the brunch hour, is every Tuesday from 11 until 12 and sometimes 1. So check that out, KRBC Live 365.com, and or of course this one. You can also check it out and find me or Damien on T-Roy TV. The Ground Up production is Damien Paul Videos. And yeah. Oh, and so the hell literally stopped. By the time it stopped, the whole ground was like wet or white. Of course it was wet. So white. I walked on it. My feet were like froze, and I only was on it like 2 seconds.
Kind of barefoot?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know.
What,
But it felt
hillbilly
so
or
good.
something?
No, I'm not hillbilly. Of course I'm hillbilly. You know that, sucker. He's a hickerbilly.
It is hotter than something. It's really hot.
Yeah,
I'm
where's
not
my
good with
fan?
it. I don't know.
Anyways, it is hot in here. We haven't even put the air conditioner in the studio yet. And we got a fan up in the window. It's not working whatsoever. So if we start melting, you know why. So
Melting, you know what they say to do if you take off, or if you get hot. I said it, take off all your clothes.
I don't think they would like that very much.
That's what I say.
We'll
at
keep
work
clothes
when
on.
When people
You can
start
use your
complaining.
imagination. I'm sure that it's not going to be like more ripped than what this is.
Yeah, I have pecs and a six pack.
Hi, Abby.
Covered by tits and hi, Abby, and a keg.
So we had the storm. We had a really good show Tuesday. I went and got me and Damien and the brunch hour won third best show of the year, and I was like totally shocked because I was like, nah, 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 and then all of a sudden they said the brunch hour, and I'm all like, what? Oh hell yeah! And so I like ran up there and I started crying. I was like, oh my god, I have been waiting for this all my life, and I just went on and on. Not really. I just said, oh, thank you very much, and made it short and sweet.
Have you ever known him to do anything short and sweet?
I know, right? They asked me. Okay, get this. They asked me if I wanted to say something. Like, really? You don't ask me that. You already know that I'm going to say something. I mean, come on now. Especially on that. Yeah, it's like,
Hey.
hi. So, what else? It's been hot. It's rained like 2 days. Mowed the yard. Oh my god, the rose bush is blooming like.
It held last night too.
It did, but it wasn't like
I didn't know. I didn't see
a
it.
small hell. Next Thursday, I'll put it on here and show you the hell.
Oh hell.
Oh hell. Come on to hell. So okay, ready? Okay. With no further ado, we are going to pull out Mr. Chris Sharpe. La, 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 la. Hey, what's up, Chris?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, nothing. Just chilling.
Same here, man.
Sauna.
Yeah, for real. I get this mini split in my studio that cost a pretty penny, and it was worth every dollar.
Oh, yeah,
man.
totally, man. It was like cool. It was kind of like what Damien and Christy had in the shop.
Oh.
Yeah, it was totally a good idea because I got this building in my backyard. It's 800 square foot, and the first step was being able to work out here. And to be able to work out here, you have to get an air unit. So it does heating and cooling. It's a pretty big unit. It does a really good job.
That's awesome.
Well, Abby Warren asked, "Who is Chris?" ? Well, we are about to find out who Chris is. So
I am a singer-songwriter, audio engineer, hired gun, do for fun. I'm the kind of guy that, you just say, hey, I need you, and I show up. So whatever, in a musical aspect, whatever that is, you just let me know and I'll be there.
Yeah, it's a smart thing that you put the musical aspect part on there.
Yeah, because if you don't, then it's fucked.
Yeah,
it can be really bad.
All kinds of shit.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people doing the other stuff. It's hilarious, man. Yeah, so I got my feet wet playing in church. My dad, my childhood. I was born in El Dorado Springs, Missouri.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if y'all know where that's at.
Not a clue.
Yep.
It's the sticks, man. I mean,
yes, it is.
It's straight sticks, and that's I was born in 1987, and my dad was a youth pastor. So my dad got his credentials, his ordination to be a Pentecostal minister. So that led to my family moving on the road. So I think it was around the age of 7 to 9, we moved to our first place was Leota, Kansas. Flat. I mean, you could see it. You could see a tree for like 2,000 miles, but you never get to the tree.
Right.
Yeah. So we were there for a couple of years, and we moved. We moved to Lamar, Missouri, I believe, and then my dad got us another church in Defuniak Springs, Florida.
Oh,
so
wow.
I lived in the Panhandle. And that's when I started playing guitar, was around that age. So I would have been around At that age, I started dabbling at 10, but I didn't really get really serious into guitar until I was about 13. So I think I moved in to Phoenix Springs when I was about 13 years old. From there, I was the worship leader in the youth church. So I was the lead singer for the church band. And that's where I learned to start being a band leader and, getting people to play the parts they need to play and that kind of stuff. So at a very, at a very young age, I was already doing that. And so my dad, we left that church and then we landed in Monette, Missouri.
I know where that is.
So Monette, Missouri, that would have been 2002, right? So my freshman year, I begged my dad, please, for the love of God, can we stay in one spot so I can graduate in the same city? Like, please. I said, I'll graduate. I promise I'll graduate. Right. So I made it a point to graduate high school. I graduated high school in 2006. Then I saved up about $7,000 and I moved my happy ass to Portland, Oregon, where I chased the dream of music. I was in a bunch of metal bands out there, and I was in a band called Wise Blood, which I think we only have one song on YouTube. You can look up the song called The Burning Man, which we have a whole record recorded, but Tyler Loney would never record or would never release it. Tyler Loney, if you're listening to this, release the album. 6 tracks that aren't online. Anyways, so I got a phone call from my father, and I was in Portland, and he said, if you don't move back, you're never going to see your grandma again. So I moved back to Missouri. So I moved back to Monette. I moved in with my parents. And like as soon as I moved back, grandma was thrown into a nursing home. So I was only there for 3 weeks. She passed. God bless her soul. Her name was Lucy. She was a piano playing son of a bitch. Yeah, she played piano like she played a lot of Chuck Berry and Rock 'em Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. That kind of stuff. She loved that kind of stuff. So when she passed, I kind of felt like God was telling me that I was supposed to be here, and I wasn't really sure why. So I stayed, and I met a guy named Randall Peak. We started a band called Monette. I know, cliche.
Oh, wow.
And we sought for producers. So as we were looking for producers, some of them have phone numbers online, some of them didn't. And we finally found a guy, and then Randall's like, I don't know about this guy. And months went by, and I said, call him again. So that was the moment that we took a couple really crappy recordings of me singing songs that we had written together. It was just like me with 2 monitors like this, with me just singing the songs with no.
And
he's gonna be a star, man. He's gonna be a star, man. So that's when I met Malcolm.
Yes, I remember you mentioned him the first time you was on here.
That's right. That's why I met all. And then from there, we're gonna hold on until next week.
Mm-hmm.
You have any questions?
Yeah, what did you say before the and there we're gonna hold on for next week because you cut out and you froze up.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh.
How about now? How about now? Can you hear me now?
Can I hear you?
La, 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 la.
All right, I'm back.
Are you there?
What happened?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea. I was all like, can you hear me now?
I'll tell you one thing. Like, the internet has been patchy all day because I was working out here, and the internet started being patchy earlier, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I switched to my mobile internet. I'm on mobile internet right now because my Wi-Fi was being funky
Right.
today. Yeah.
Probably the storm.
So I was asking if you had any questions about like all my upbringing and everything.
Did you graduate? Did you graduate?
Cut out again. I think. Yeah, I graduated in 2006 out of Monette High School.
Sweet. And so, whenever all that happened, how was it being raised with your father being a minister?
It was very difficult. I will say that it's one of those things that you're constantly judged, you know, and everyone in the church is at you, and all the kids are looking up to you, and they're
Technical difficulties at this moment in time, and he shall return any minute now.
Hi, Jason. While we wait for Chris to come back, we'll say hello.
Hi, Ricky. Ricky.
Excuse
AKA
me.
the Godfather. I like that. You be my godfather. He's gonna whoop me later. Hope. Oh, stop it already.
Stop it.
No, you stop it.
No, you stop it.
You stop it.
Okay, I really want to
Okay,
hear
I
that.
really want. I don't want to hear it right now. So, we are going to have Mr. Chris Sharpe next Thursday. Oh, there he is. He is
Bring it back in.
returned. And here is Mr. Chris Sharpe. Hey!
oh man, sorry, I went for a jog, man. I lost signal, man.
That's all good. You know, sometimes we got to do that, you know.
Yeah.
Keep the
Stay
speaker
fit.
up. He's thinking about another jog.
Oh man. you gotta laugh about it, man.
Totally froze.
You look like you were deeper thought for a second.
You did good. You're higher. I do that all the time.
Well, the internet just gets like that sometimes. Like I switched back to Wi-Fi again, so I don't know what's going on, but that's the back.
There you are.
Mercy, man. Let's try this again. So you asked me if it was difficult being a pastor's kid.
Yes.
The short answer is it was very difficult. The long answer will probably be it's not easy on the parent and it's not easy on the kid, because you're not only does the adult have to tell the child that they're supposed to be an example to the entire church and, you know, be the shining light, you know, that all the kids are supposed to, you know, watch you, but it puts a lot of pressure on the kid. It you know, it can cause a lot of, you know, problems with the kid and their relationship with God later. As it's okay, but I would definitely say that it is not easy, and also I would say it would also differ depending on how strict the parent is.
Yeah.
You know, but no childhood is easy.
Oh no. Absolutely not.
Being a pastor's kid is harder though, because you got to be at the church for like 20 times longer than anyone else,
And you're
and
set on a higher pedestal.
that's correct. The pedestal is very difficult. The pedestal is where I got my social skills, and that's the being cordial to someone when you don't like them,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
and finding a way to communicate with someone who's being a dick, you know. And if they're being like that, be like, man, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, why don't we just bury the hatchet? Like, why don't I get you a drink or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
I'm the bury the hatchet guy. Let me buy you a drink. Everything's gonna be okay.
Right.
You guys just stop fighting, man, because it ain't worth it, man. So I learned that, and the social butterfly effect. I think a lot of that, because every pastor's kid I've ever met was a super social butterfly.
Yeah.
For the most part, my brother's the opposite of me.
Yeah.
He's a recluse, but for the most part, most pastors' kids I meet are usually very outgoing. And that's because we're forced into a situation where we have to meet people and we have to be cordial, So, and with that all being said, I wouldn't take anything back, man. I'd be a preacher's kid again. Like, I mean, but
that's cool.
If we have any preacher's kids watching, just know that, man, you're going to be 18 soon. It's going to be okay.
That's a good one.
When you're 18,
when you're 18,
you're gonna find Chris Sharpe.
When you're 18, you're almost 21. Yes. You got to stay positive. Got to stay positive. Hilarious, dude.
When you're 18 anymore. Well, you can get your medical card.
That's true. Now,
the utensils to use the medical stuff.
Very true. My whole thing was, I had this conversation with a friend the other day, and I said,
no, Abby, I didn't get my hair done, but he right there.
I did.
Remember when I was 18, or remember when I was 15, I wanted to be 18. And remember when I was 18, wanted to be 21. And now that I'm 34, all I want to be is 15 again.
I know, right?
It's just so funny. We're never happy. I think that's just a humanity thing,
Right? Yeah.
Always looking for the next step, even when things are going good, you're like, well, it could be just a little bit better.
Just a little bit.
So it's
made us have the things that we do today.
Yeah.
If we were complacent in how things were, then we'd still be crapping in a house outside.
Right.
It's very true, man. And I called an old friend of mine. His name is Michael Bodine. If you're watching, Michael, I love you. I talked to him on the phone today, and I said, remember when I used to smoke way too much weed and like I didn't get anything done, and I was like kind of a little pathetic? And he's like, honestly, you weren't. That's just the perception of me, like
right.
I thought that I wasn't good. I've always thought that I'm not good enough. I'm very humbled in that way. But
I've felt the same way about not being good enough. I think everybody does to an extent.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I was finally free from the church, and I was free from all of that, so I didn't have any worries. So I think that a lot of my young adulthood, I had a really good time, and I just didn't pay too much attention on being successful as much, because not only did I not have as much responsibility, but I was finally free. So, but my friend Michael told me, he said, no, you were, you play guitar just as much as anyone else, if not more. You're always working hard, Perception is an interesting thing.
It is.
And back then I was okay with where I was at. And And nowadays, I'm always looking for more, But what did I say to somebody the other day? I said, if you're not busy, you're lazy.
Right.
I,
Well,
I
much.
came up with that one. Okay, now are you ready for the punchline? This is the punchline. Is I said, if you're not busy, you're lazy. While I was holding a 12-pack of beer in my hand, and a lady walks by and she says the guy holding a 12-pack of beer, and then she just walked out the door, like straight up, just walked.
I love it.
I thought it was great, dude. I thought it was so funny.
That is
All right.
There's a comment.
We have a comment.
You just got a letter.
What are they asking, man?
Hi, Danielle.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was just gonna be like,
He doesn't
someone
know what,
said the
Danielle.
only thing you have going for you is a hot wife.
Oh my god, that
But
is
that's
so
the hot
right.
wife.
I'm sure she's right.
So I brought some seltzers out to the building, like a whole case. And she looks at me and she just shakes her head. She's like, "Are you gonna get like schnockered out there?" And I was like, "Honestly, like I don't think so." But what I was really thinking was, I really don't want to have to go all the way inside to get another drink. Like I have a refrigerator right here in my studio.
Well, there you go. And you have a couch.
That's very true. There's one right behind me over here.
Exactly. You can like, hey babe, I'm not gonna be able to walk home, so
I totally can't walk home. I would like to say something about my wife, and she is so supportive, and that poor woman has to deal with me spending so much money all the time, and it's just it doesn't ever end. It's always another cable, it's always another interface, it's always another adapter, it's always it does not end. And the thing is if I had a studio 5 times
he has the same internet we do.
I like to thank my wife for putting up with all of that stuff and being so supportive. And she's letting me go on tour here in a couple weeks. And I can't think of a lot of wives that would allow that. And I love her so much. And she is right. It's the only thing I got going for me.
Yeah, that's some brownie points there. I'm just
saying. That's right. Well, she was
here on the World Wide Web. You heard it first.
Wild Web.
Wow, web.
Wow, web.
I should have pulled my hair up today.
Yeah, you shoulda.
It's so soft and voluptuous.
So, when you was on the road, like, how was being on the road? Like, is that like difficult?
It's crazy. It's like, so I had never, the first time I went, I thought to myself, like, what is it going to be like? Like, is it going to be like this, like, magical unicorn that I'm like riding, like, all through the States? Like, it's going to be like so crazy. And honestly, it's like if you were just like, let's say you were 21 or 22 years old,
yeah,
and you're like jumping from one party to another party and then sleeping and then waking up and then doing it all.
Yeah.
That was my early 20s. Minus the sleep part.
Hi, Ace.
Hi, Ace.
Yeah, so the thing is like me, I just like, keep your alcohol in check. That's the most important part, because if you don't even know where you're at, dude, you could be like in the middle of Texas somewhere, and if you say something stupid, guess what? Pow pow, or they're beating the hell out of you. So keep your alcohol in check. Other than that, I found it extremely exhilarating. Like I'm like kind of a vagabond type anyways. So for me, it was refreshing. It would stress my wife out to hell and back if she had to do it, because you literally don't know where you're going to be in an hour. Like,
I bet.
like you wake up and it's like you either get food or you might not even get food until 2:00 in the daytime. Like, someone makes the decision and then you're on the road. Hey, we're leaving in 35 minutes and counting. So if you're getting a shower, go. If you're not in the shower first, then you're not getting a shower. Like, that's how it is, you know.
Oh.
Which is so you always get your shower at night, you know.
Right.
That's the best way to do it. But
that would drive me crazy. I would be like, all right, so what time do we leave in tomorrow? What time are we doing this? I would have to know a schedule.
So the best thing to do is to always be up at 8 a.m. As long as you're up at 8 a.m., you're pretty much going to beat everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Danielle says, I'm the planner of the family. LOL.
Yes, she is. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, plans? Oh, I have to think about that plan? I have to think about that happening for 2 weeks? Oh gosh, it's terrible. Yeah, that's me.
That's this guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm like, if it's not planned, it's not happened.
Jason
It's
says,
not. What?
Jason says, in the Army, we lived on a schedule.
Yep. It is not that. It is not that.
Not
okay, we have a schedule, and that's get to the gig. And to be there hours early. But other than that, I mean, the tour, the last tour we went on, we did have an itinerary, but it was very loosey-goosey. Like, I mean, it'd be like we have to leave, we have to be on the road at 9 a.m. So we did have an idea of what time we were leaving, you know.
Yeah.
But I never paid attention to that. I just waited until someone told me. But that's just how I am. You know, like, I didn't look at the itinerary. Like, it was 3 days deep into tour. And then I looked at Jack, which was our other guitar player. I wish we could get him on here. You would love Jack. He is hilarious. I'm like, where are we even like supposed to be right now? He's like, haven't you looked at the itinerary? And I'm like, no. And he's like, you should probably look at that. That way you know how much money we're making. And I just thought that was so funny because I didn't even think about that. I was like, wasn't worried about it. You know, I was just so excited to go gig to gig, you know?
Yeah.
Living on the road is crazy. He's like that at home too.
The wife says he's like that at home too.
It's like, I can't help it. It's like there's something wrong with me, you know? Like I can't. Sometimes I don't hear things. Like, they just don't sink in. And
that's me all the time.
I feel so bad for her all the time, you know, because that's why we have this new thing. It's called a calendar.
Yes, calendars are awesome to an extent.
We have the family wall app, so it links our calendars together.
That's really we do this shared calendar thing, which works really good for us. But I mean, I never lived on a calendar until like 6 months ago. Like, it's a new thing for me. That's like when we had a phone call and I was like, wait a minute, let me get my calendar out. That's like really good for me though, because then it helps me keep my ducks in a row instead of being like, oh crap, it's Thursday night, I'm supposed to be. Doesn't happen anymore.
Right. Yeah. Like, you just play guitar or something.
Yeah. Yeah, when someone complains of me or they look at me and I just and I look at them and I say, I don't know, I play guitar, man. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm so psycho like that.
It's so true though. Someone's like, oh, but what are we gonna do if this happens? And what are we gonna do if that happens? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I just play guitar.
I just sing. That's what I say. I just sing.
And then, like, probably 20 years later from now, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I'm just a producer. I don't know.
Right? Give the other one a break.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey kid, drop about 30 pounds. You need to start running. Hey, Think about your musical career. Hey, I'm just a producer.
Like, what? I never.
Dude, I'll be sitting there eating pork rinds, like dipping them in nacho cheese sauce or something. It'll be
I love
hilarious.
pork rinds. I like the hot ones. Have you tried the queso ones?
No, but the flaming hot ones are my jam, dude.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
That's my favorite.
They're so good. My wife's like, "Oh, eating straight fat today," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't see any carbs in here."
There isn't. On the keto diet, that's number one treat is pig rinds.
Nope. We even use pork rinds in our meatloaf before.
I said pig pork rinds.
Dude, honestly, pork rinds are the best. I used to eat just like the regular ones, when I was a kid. And they're so good, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't go there.
I graduated from those to the hot ones when I was very
The hot ones are better.
They are.
The flaming hot ones?
Yeah.
But I tried these cheese ones the other day. I don't remember where I got them, but they were all right. They were different.
Dude, I would try the cheese ones like right me out, dude. That sounds amazing.
That does sound good.
They were
Did I try it?
Yeah, you finished them all.
Oh, they must have been good.
My thing is I want to. Okay, so this is an interesting topic. So I haven't been to New York, and I would love to go to New York someday.
Me too.
But I have been Florida to California to Washington, Missouri, right? So all of that, I've been mostly all over that for the most part. And I've seen pork rinds everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one thing you can get everywhere.
All right, you ready for this one?
Sure.
Move to Portland, Oregon, go to Walmart and ask someone where the grits are. You will not find a grit. Not one damn grit. Not one. They looked at me and they said, "What's a grit?" And I'm like, "No, it's not grit. It's grits. It's like multiple." And they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's like corn. It's like cornmeal, but it's better." I don't know. And never had one until I came back to Missouri. Not joking. Nope. I even looked them up online, and the only way I could get them was to order them online.
Oh wow.
One of the just like most random things to ever talk about, but for real, you can't find grits on the West Coast.
You ever heard of watercress? Apparently, this bot meeting froze.
Well,
now
Jason says fresh pork rinds are awesome. Silver City would cook them in big kettles. They still do.
So have you tried watercress?
Yes.
Yeah. You like it?
Mm-hmm. What's really good is watercress with crab meat and raspberry vinaigrette as a salad. Mix it all together.
Very good.
It sounds amazing. I had tacos for dinner today. So good, man. I didn't even heat anything up. It was like leftovers from last night, so I just like ate it all cold. It was freaking delicious, man.
That's the best way.
That is totally.
I am a cold food eater. The leftovers.
Always cold food, dude. My wife thinks I'm crazy for eating cold food, but I'm like, dude, I love it cold. Like, unless it's like really dry chicken or something, it's like, I might as well heat it up. Like, if it's that dry,
Well, if you put enough mustard on it.
And salt.
Then even really dry chicken.
Mustard and salt, dude. Those are like my two favorite things, mustard and salt.
Yeah. Salt's, I like mustard too.
So, you were asking about tour.
Yes.
Do you have any questions? No, dude, I could talk all day. That's my thing, dude. I love to sit around and talk. On the tour thing, did you want to ask anything about the last tours I've gone on, or the one that we're going
on? Actually, let's take a commercial. But after the commercial, let's hit on your coming up.
Okay.
A little bit when we come back. Is that
cool? Sounds good. Yeah.
Stella?
Sure. Just pick one.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
And hello and welcome back to Everything Yet Nothing. We have Mr. Chris Sharpe with us, and we are going to touch on his upcoming events that he will be going to, and be doing. So here is Mr. Chris Sharpe. Hello, Mr. Chris Sharpe.
What's up?
What's up?
Okay, before we start, I saw Bigfoot on there, dude. I saw, what was it? I wrote a note, tactical Bigfoot. What was that on the commercial?
That's actually out of New York. The radio station that we are going through, WLFE, the one that owns that is totally big into Bigfoot.
That's my jam, dude.
Tactical Bigfoot is owned by Mike from Where's My Stage?
Yeah, and he's part of the one that I was talking about. Because he started this whole big group, and there's so many individuals that's part of that, Bigfoot believers.
Now, my producer does a show called Aliens. I think it's called Aliens of Bigfoot. And if you look up Malcolm,
there's a lot of paranormal and Bigfoot and haunting, supernatural. That's on our network as well. So
that's the good stuff. I used to watch Gaia TV all the time. I don't know if you know what Gaia TV is, but
yeah.
I used to watch that all the time. So you're gonna ask me about
upcoming.
Upcoming.
Yes.
All right. So to do a shout out on the tour that I'm going on, it'll be June 14th to June 27th. I can actually get the dates. If I was more of an organized individual, this would already be done.
Ditto.
Yeah, for real, dude. I
need a secretary, I'll tell you. Like, manager, secretary, whatever.
Yeah, let me get these dates real quick. That way I can actually throw you guys dates.
Assistant.
Oh, of course. All right. It's over to...
You look at your fly waist up.
I was fanning myself. I'm hot. Are you there? I'll be frozen again. So I was just fanning my fan because it's hotter than Hooter Booger. I was like going to go somewhere that I should have just went with the other, but I didn't.
It's hotter than a Hooter Burger.
It is definitely hot. So definitely be careful.
How much I can make
take water with you in your vehicle. If it's really hot, I say take a wet cloth and ring it around. If you don't have air conditioner and fan it around, it cools it off. Put it on the back of your neck, forehead, kind of cools you off as you're driving down the road going, and it's 90 degrees outside. Are you there, Chris? And so definitely take plenty of liquids with you in that meantime. It's supposed to get hot this coming up week. And here's Chris back with us.
You guys there?
Yes.
Right, dudes. Almost there. My good friend Michael Carnell came over to my studio to practice today. And while he was here, it looks like he fixed my internet browser on my old computer. What? Oh, it's so good. Dude. Oh, there we go. All Let's see. We'll just search for old Chris Sharpe. Or we could go on his. It looks like he's logged into my computer right now. Let's see.
And for those of you that are watching this and want to keep up with this and actually watch the full thing later, you actually can anytime that you want to. And all you got to do is go to WLFE-DB.com radio, and you can check it out there. Everything Yet Nothing without the G's. And you can watch every episode of every show that we've ever done. So you can even go back 3 weeks from now and watch the very beginning of his shows.
So we got
On Spotify, Apple Music, or Amazon Music, or iHeartRadio.
Yes.
Now this is called the Hippie at Heart tour. So if you look up Dakota Portman Hippie at Heart, that's the tour that we're going on. That was released just over 2 weeks ago, so 2.5 weeks ago. So if you look up Dakota Portman Hippie at Heart, that's the tour we're going on. YAKIMA Washington. That's the 1st of June. June 2nd is Bud. Let's see, La Grande, Oregon. Immigrant. Let's see, Montana. It's on the 3rd. And we got Jackson, Wyoming, on the 4th. I don't know how to say this one. Kittitas, Washington. That's on the 10th. SELAH, Washington.
Yeah.
And then we meet up in Nashville on the 14th. And then that'll be the 15th will be Columbia, Missouri. So y'all Missouri peoples show up in Columbia. These are my peeps. So that'd be the 15th of January. That starts the tour that I'm gonna be on that part.
January or June?
I meant June, sorry.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute. January 15th, my birthday. That's why I was all like, shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So June 15th. All right. And then it'll go into Republic for the 17th and 18th, Republic, Missouri. And then the 19th is Lawrence, Kansas. Then the 23rd is Buda, Texas. 24th is Ardmore, Oklahoma. 26th is San Angelo. I think that's how you say it, right? Texas? Yeah. Now, if you want to see those dates, you can go on Dakota Portman's Facebook. I wish someone would have told.
So are you driving yourselves or?
So I would assume if the vehicle's not big enough for all the people, then we'll drive two. That's what I would think is going to happen. But that is going on. I'm trying to think of other things that are going on. I have Joe Baker in my recording studio. Let's see, that is here. Let me look at my calendar.
So,
yeah, the weekend is June 3rd. So and then I have tour, and then I come back. Also, we have the songwriter competition. That's every Tuesday. That's at Sips here in Branson. So if y'all think you have a hit song, you should definitely come and perform it and try to win. Because if you win, it's $200 cash, and it's opportunity to record with Tony Orlando's brother, which is David Orlando, and me, because I offered to give my services services to help record as well. So I'll be helping in that process as much as I can.
Awesome.
So Danielle asked how many seltzers? This is
I'm
not
on my
January-June thing.
I'm on my third one right now. I think I'm just really tired, honestly. Like
Three.
I honestly like almost fell asleep like laying on the couch, and I was like forcing myself not to fall asleep. I was like,
afternoon.
I know.
I was
I
the same
wanted to
way,
get.
man. Today was just all day. I felt just
It's awful, dude. Like,
damn.
and then on top of it, like I didn't even get to the solos that I wanted to practice today. And it's just been a hell of a day, and it's been a hell of a week, dude. At least all COVID's over, though. I mean, to be positive.
That is.
No one's even talking about it anymore, honestly. So that's totally my jam. That no one's even talking about it anymore, you know.
I know, right?
Yeah, seriously.
I know it's still out there and it's still on the news, but I don't even watch the news. I don't pay attention. I watch the weather. If I even watch the weather, 90% of the time I just look at my phone.
Yeah, we honestly don't even watch the news at all because it's just
really, bro. Like I was watching it.
No.
I actually came across it the other day, and what I seen was somebody dead body, like literally right there. And I'm all like, why would you want to put that on the news? You know, I mean, why can't you just say people's being killed or, you know, like, I don't know. That's just kind of something harsh that I don't think other kids need to see until, you know, at the right age.
Like, it's ridiculous because there's so many other things to talk about in this world other than negative shit.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's absolutely ridiculous, you know.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
And the thing is kids are watching that because their parents are making them watch it. Yes. And it's like it's subjecting their kids to like, yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy, like insane, you know, thoughts and, you know,
Jason says if it bleeds, it leads.
If it what?
If it bleeds, it leads.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just, you know, I when I was a bartender.
It's always when he goes into good stories.
I know.
Starts off with when I was and then
I would say they would sit down at the bar. It's like, okay, guys, so let's go. Let me go ahead and turn on Fox News for you. So you guys just get relaxed.
Yeah. Right?
You just saw the look on some of these people's faces, dude. They're just like,
I bet. Don't put that scary movie.
And then they look at me and they'd be like, really? You think that we're like that? I'm like, bros, like, I thought it was funny. Like, I mean,
all right. That's all that matters. You were laughing.
I thought it was funny. I think it's great, dude. So funny. So what else we got, dudes? See, I was looking for my notepad.
Well,
Jason says it's like your wife has a magic button that she pushes every time you go to talk because you freeze up.
She probably does.
He's like, good story.
We're not gonna do that story.
I'll tell you one thing though. I appreciate her tuning in because she has to be up for work at 6. She has to be up for work at 6 a.m.
Oh well, thank you very much.
So it's a really big deal for her to hang out with us tonight. You know, so
I love it.
She always says when I leave the house to go play a gig or go on the road, she always says, "Don't forget about your wife."
Right? Call you every 5 minutes.
My favorite line, dude. Don't forget about your wife.
I bet she sounds just like that too.
Dude, straight up, like it's probably more evil. I like it
though. Whenever you said that, I seen her like with red eyes and like horns pointing out. Like,
she says,
"Don't forget about your wife."
Putting the
she like bites her teeth and says it. She like bites her teeth and says it like it's hilarious, dude.
She wants you to get that beer, man.
She says,
Well-
I just find his freeze frame pics hilarious. I know, right? He does get some of the best.
Oh, here's one. This is a good one. Ah! Look at this one. Check it, Danielle. You better take this, and you should. Oh, bro, you missed it. You like. Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey,
Your
where's
wife-
Damien?
I don't know. He's probably in the closet somewhere.
Sons of bitches. Freaking hilarious, dude. I'm so happy that she was able to join us tonight. And me, I gotta go ask if you
Yes,
have
thank you.
a deck, a driveway, or a privacy fence like 5,000 times tomorrow. So that's my day tomorrow.
That's
It's gonna be
fun.
awesome. Personally, I'd rather be in here like tracking like an upcoming artist.
Oh,
Man.
You're gonna lose like 50 pounds. You're gonna love it the day after, even though you're gonna be sore as hell. Just saying.
Dude, I'll be at Black Oak Amphitheater, which that I actually helped renovate a little bit. That was pretty cool opportunity.
Oh, I bet.
Oh.
I love it there. Like, isn't that where
Yeah.
we went? Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top?
Yeah.
We went and watched Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top some years ago. Like
Poison and Death
8
Leopard.
years ago. 8 or 9.
So good. Great
And,
band.
oh,
man.
bro, it was kick ass. Like the whole time. It was like, yeah, that was my first actual big time concert ever been to and my last. And, but it was phenomenal. Like, it was
So
awesome.
Cordell Winter, if you look up the band's called The Winter. If you look up The Winter, his band just played with ZZ Top, and they're underneath. They're under the record label I'm Under.
Oh,
So
Oh,
yeah, which is like
That is
super
so
cool.
bro.
Yeah, it was Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn put in a phone call to get The Winter the gig. Is the story that I heard, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Here is a good one too. It's not as harsh, but it's a good one. Oh my god, we should start this. Like, yeah, Orleans Trail looks pretty good in that blur.
You always look
Okay.
so serious when you come back from a
This is what happened. Was I used to play this gig over at a place called Orleans Trail Resort, and I would play like maybe like once or twice a month, and it kind of like became home for us because we would take Brooklyn with us and Danielle, and we would go out of town, and I would go play, on the weekend outside, and we'd all just kind of hang out, and we really grew accustomed to it, and we really loved it. Honestly, it was a really good time every time, and I don't know, it was probably like 6 months ago, something like that. We heard that they were folding up and selling to someone else, and I was like,
Oh,
no. So I lost like my favorite gig, dude. Like that was my favorite gig because it was like going on a vacation. Like,
Yeah.
so I wear this shirt out of homage. I wear this shirt out of straight homage for Zane and all them, man. They're just
Cool.
the best. Marissa.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so if you see me wearing this shirt, man, that just reminds me of the good times we had, man.
Sweet. And I will definitely, if I see you with it, I'll be like, I know the story behind that shirt.
I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be like $25, $25. I got
$25. $25.
$50.
You gotta put the dollar in it. $25.
$25.
There you go.
No, da-ra.
Caitlin Delaney Elliott says hello, Chris Sharpe.
Who said that?
Caitlin Delaney Elliott.
Oh, hey.
Catherine Delaney Elliott. Sorry. I need glasses and I don't wear them because the bright lights reflect.
She says hello, Chris Sharpe. I love it, dude. She caught us at the tail end, man.
I know,
Yeah.
she did. She laughs out loud.
She's like,
But,
dang it. Well, hey, you can revisit these though. You can go
Yeah,
back.
you
and
can
watch them.
revisit them anytime. Just go to Everything Nothin without the G's on Facebook page or look them up on WLFE-DB.com radio.
Oh, it's
Right.
your mother-in-law.
Yes, I love you, mother-in-law.
Love you, mother-in-law.
Love you,
Yes,
mom.
we definitely want to go and see all the sweet stuff that he was saying about his wife.
And then I want to say, I love you, wife. I won't forget about you. Promise.
Oh, there you go.
It's so
Love
funny.
it.
She's probably laying in bed going, that guy is such a jackass.
I'll see you in a second, sucker.
She's like-
I'll see you in a sucker.
She says, love you too. They all have to put up with me. I feel bad for them.
Nah, they love it.
I have to be honest.
You creative types are really just
What happened?
comedy relief for everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're trying to live our best musical life, dude. That's at the end of the day, it'd be so much easier if you could just focus on the music. But it's like my wife always tells me. She said, if you were only working on music, you find something else to complain about. I guess that's the nature of the beast, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Well, thank you so much for having me, y'all.
Well, no problem.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for coming on
coming on.
tonight. And
Says you're the best son-in-law ever.
and can't wait until next Thursday to get the second part of your story. Saga.
Saga, that's what you
Saga. Well, it sounds good. It's like
Thank,
Saga.
thank you so much for having me on here, and it's a blessing to be able to come here and talk to you guys. I really have a great time.
Well, thank you very much.
We enjoy talking to you too.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Peace and love, my man.
Peace and love. You guys have a good night, okay?
You too. Bye, wife. Bye, wife. Bye, mother-in-law. It was nice talking and speaking with you. Maybe someday I'll see you so I can I'll look you up. I'm a good stalker on Facebook. I'm just saying.
Yes. Danielle said bye.
Oh, and I bet I know where you lived too, so I can come and be all like,
Now you're freaking people
"Oh,
out.
hey Danielle, this is what you look like."
Catherine says
Well,
bye.
it was nice meeting you, and then leave. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, come on.
Anyways.
I'm not psycho. Not a bad. Don't listen to him. He don't know. He's just American.
Yes, barbecue soon, Danielle.
Yes, barbecue. We love barbecue. Barbecue.
So, you ready to wrap it up, mister?
I guess. Go bring me the paper.
Join in next week for more Chris Sharpe here on Everything Yet Nothing. And tune in to the brunch hour with T-Roy and Damien. Tuesdays from 11 to 12, sometimes 1 o'clock on KRBC, MediaGroup.org, or the Live 365 app on KRBC.
Or T-Roy TV on Facebook. Or
And be a rainbow.
Okay, be a rainbow and help somebody else be a rainbow in their life too. And love the one that you love the most because you love them. Oh, sorry, man.
I can't see.
I'm trying to love you. I'm going to show these